Hello, everybody. This is Morgan Price, and we are in the Division 2. So I was just kind of mucking about, and I found this location. And unfortunately for me, it is a single access point. If you miss it, it's gone. It's Lab 001. It's the biology lab that is in the gatehouse of the White House area. So if you look at the map here, this little building right here, this guy right here that I'm circling with my mouse, will allow you access to this lab. And it is shortly after the Black Tusk invade this area. So you only get one chance. If you don't, you're done. So there is an echo, and there are some bits of loot in here to pick up. Loot is tucked over in here. In this part of the biology laboratory, I unfortunately cannot get in there. I do not have the card key. And then there is this echo back here, and this echo is part of the storyline. I can't access it because I missed it when I was going through this area. But we will get it on my storyline playthrough, so have no fear. I actually chose this spot to pardon me. I actually chose this spot to kind of start up because it's well lit, it's bright, and it's got some interesting background to it. So we are here testing out a basically I'm testing a status effect build, and it looks like it can be very powerful under the right circumstances, but what those circumstances are, I'm not 100% certain. So, pardon me a moment. I'm muted so I didn't cough right in your ears or whatever you are using to listen. Anyway, so about this, I'm using the Vile Mass because of its talent, Toxic Delivery. Status effects apply a damage over time debuff for 10 seconds. Damage total dealt is equal to 50% of your concussion grenade damage and increased by your status effect attributes. So everything here except for this backpack, which I got really well rolled. Though not for this specific build. I'm only borrowing this because until I get a double yellow courier, this is what I have. Everything else was like double blue, and this will give me overall damage, especially with what's going on right now. Anyway, it's basically I'm just testing it out to see what kind of damage and the like I can do. I am using Eclipse Protocol, which gives me extra skill and direct transmission. Your status effects now spread on kill to all enemies within 10 meters with a refresh of 50% of the duration. So if I hit them, oh, by the way, proliferation, which is the talent for the chess piece, spreads that to 15 meters and bumps up the duration to 75% of the remaining duration. So done right, this is very, very, very gnarly. Couple that with the courier's perfect creeping death. When you apply a status effect, it is also applied to all enemies within 10 meters of your target. So it'll wind up just kind of splashing over onto everybody else at the same time. And of course, like I said, toxic delivery with the mask. So should be lots of status going around for everybody. I am using the Hive with Stinger, and I am using the Firestarter Chem Launcher. Coupled with that, I have the Firewall I have the firewall specialization, so my fire burns hotter, which I think just means it does more damage. So currently, I have let's pull this up real quick. Anniversary event or no, priority objective. My priority objective is the Grand Washington Hotel. So we're going to go test this out on a bunch of hyenas, and we all know how I feel about them. So off to the Grand Washington. Load times. All right.
Control point nearby.
Oh, so we're going to turn these off because, again, just testing the build. It's not. All right.
You're right next to the Grand Washington Hotel.
Okay, here we go. That's the entrance. Head to the service entrance on the east side of the building. Once you're inside, find a way to the atrium.
Okay. That looks like it can be very potent.
Hostile radio intercepted.
We're under attack. It might be a diversion, so be ready.
Hostile radio intercepted.
I'm heading upstairs to the
Okay,
hostage.
so
Everybody, get to the atrium.
Shit. Saints here.
in an enclosed space, it is
Hyena big
definitely
shot. Real unpleasant. We need to
a
kill
powerful
this
thing.
asshole.
Now, I've got an idea in my head that I can make this a bit more hard wearing if I were to go with some armor cores floating around in here. But at the moment, since I do not have that other than the one armor core I'm using, which has brought me up to 876k, if I were to replace two of these with armor cores, yeah, my skills would be a little bit slower because I'm at tier 5 right now. Oh, yeah, I can do 3 and I could get it to tier 4 if I were to yes, I could get it to tier 4 if I were to. My goodness, my brain is not braining right now. Let's do something slightly different to. Oh, no wonder. +1 ammo, but that's all I have. So 7 instead of 6, that's fine. Anyway, as I was saying, I could change it to where I use Technician and get 4 total skill.
Nobody gets through. Nobody.
Let's throw that over there. Put that over there, that up there. Should have saved that for.
Serious trauma detected.
Oof.
Agent deceased.
Okay, so yeah, extra squishy, and I really need to pay attention to what's shooting me and from where, rather than trying to just cover everything with
You're
statuses.
right next to the Grand Washington Hotel.
Okay, here we go. That should get their attention. Head to the service entrance on the east side of the building. Once you're inside, find a way to the atrium.
All right, now I'm using the Scorpio shotgun because it is guaranteed to give me a status effect within at least 2 hits. It's one of the few weapons in the game that is a definite
Hostile
part of
radio
it.
intercepted.
We're under
So
attack.
throw that
It might be
in.
a diversion, so be ready.
Hostile radio intercepted.
I'm heading upstairs to the hostage. Everybody, get
Now,
to the
I
atrium.
think that my secondary
The who now?
drive
Hyena
here
big
going
shot.
forward
Real
is going to
unpleasant.
be
We need
to
kill
test
this
whether
asshole.
this works really well on just a all skill build. Well, I've currently got primarily skill build, but what I'm talking about is instead of status effect, skill haste, skill damage, to see whether or not I can get that hive to turn really, really deadly. I'm pretty sure I can. I think up to
Nobody gets through. Nobody.
You went all the way to the top floor. Take the stairs to the right of the
Okay.
elevators and work your way up.
Yeah, that was unexpectedly quick. Like, I think between Eclipse Protocol and creeping death, or perfectly creeping death, or yeah, I think between that and the other, that managed to make it a pretty robust It's okay, light yourselves on fire. Wow, okay. Yeah, just so I don't accidentally light myself on fire going through here. Alright, and I have hyena keys. So, got stuff for sticky bombs. Sticky bombs are pretty fun for status builds too. Like, they have a fire starter one. The thing is they have a much longer recharge time than average. So, rather than use that, I'm using the chem launcher. So I have access to the fire starter, and we're gonna scoot up to this bit of cover here. We're gonna go hit him in the head with that and hit them. Oh my goodness, that is oh my goodness, that's just ridiculously strong. Okay, that was a bit of a surprise. Just I wasn't expecting her to be running my way. Okay, so that means I will say this for this next part, my hive, which I haven't really been using a lot of anyway, is not going to be particularly useful. So we're going to let that recharge a bit. I really would have figured the firewall would have the fire grenades, but that is the survivalist specialization, which I find really, really odd. You know, the technician and the EMP grenade makes sense. The sharpshooter and the flashbang grenade Also makes sense. Same with the frag grenade, but you would think the survivalist would have the cluster grenade and the firewall would have the fire grenade, considering that fire is the firewall's thing. But, just one of those oddball disassociations. So we are going to go boop. What is this? Perfect soft spot to yeah, no, I don't do weak points. Okay, so yeah, let's just clearing stuff up while that recharges real quick. Oh no, let's see what that is. That's a workable thing. So breaking point is like rifle and marksman rifle damage. Yeah, so boop. Yeah, breaking point is rifle and marksman rifle damage, as well as headshot and weapon handling. So having headshot damage on top of your average damage boost is it's very much wanted. So skill haste. I got to go through and clear things out, deconstruct the junk. Everything is all ready and up and ready to go, so we're gonna go. This part of this area really weirdly angers me.
That's what you get, you dumb sons of bitches.
You doing all right there, Kelso?
As long as I'm not breathing asbestos. That blast did a lot of damage.
All right, that worked out very well. Now, I wouldn't necessarily be ready to take this into Legendary to do anything, but, just looking at what it can do in Standard Heroic, looks like it might be viable for just running Heroic stuff, just an everyday bang and clear type deal, much like what we're doing now. Restock. And go here. Go.
Fucking crazy!
They think they can take us!
You are
Moving in on me! Get away, now!
Oh no, don't
Immediate
want.
medical assistance needed.
Where am I getting hit from?
I'm too late!
All right, so So there are circumstances where it's not that great. But all in all, overall, this is not a bad build for just general purpose running and gunning. Trying to think of what else I could do to
I'm on the
improve what
roof,
I got
holding for
going
backup.
on.
I have eyes on you, Kelso.
You see Saint?
I don't know what he looks like, but there are plenty of hostiles up there.
Not for long.
That's another one that works out well. Now, that's handy to note. All right, so unfortunately I died, and there is currently a bug that disables this if you die with the key. I don't know why, but what winds up happening is that there is some loot that you can get inside this Suite 3, and well, I can't get it now because, like I said, I died earlier. And it bugs out the key for some reason. But could be worse. Could be a lot worse. Gonna go on up to the roof now. Ooh. And of course, grab that. We're gonna Alright, now I
Glad you
need to
made it.
figure out what will be
Ready when you
the
are.
best place. I think if I come up over
Let's do
here and tuck myself right here.
There you are! Out of my way! I'm gonna cause Be careful with this one!
We're gonna have to punch through his armor.
Oh, he's already out. Move forward. Since he's coming around this way.
What the hell?
I'm gonna get you!
Serious trauma detected.
Oh, ouch. Okay.
Agent killed.
So I need to be a bit more reserved in my approach.
Glad you made it.
Stick to cover.
Ready when you are. Let's do this.
Dude, seriously flanking us?
We're gonna have to punch through his armor.
Really? You ran off?
Serious trauma detected. Immediate medical assistance needed. Vital signs critical. Serious trauma detected.
You're gonna rule this whole country! Okay.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Ah,
Agent killed.
okay. Great against the peons, not great against heavy armor.
Glad you made it. Ready when you are.
Alright, well then let's wipe out
Let's
the
do
peons
this.
and then work from there. On the bridge. Start out with a different angle.
You're so dead! What?
We're gonna have to punch through his armor.
Now, get that. Fix my armor up. Come on. Go down. Okay.
Serious trauma detected.
All right. Pick that up. There's my hive. Pick it up. Saves on recharges. Still takes a bit because there's 14 charges to do, but
Eleanor? Your mom sent us to bring you home. Are you hurt?
Who are you? What's going on?
She's in shock. I'll bring her down when she's
Heads up. You've got hostiles flooding into the building from the street.
Get down there and take care of them. I got Eleanor.
How I got a headshot off a shotgun, I do not know, but hey. Goodness, this is gonna take me. So it cools down faster if you let up before it actually overheats. I mean, overheating actually gives you a specific time that it needs to basically cool off. And letting it go cuts that time basically in half. So I'm going to do this. Because we're going to have people coming in. We're going to go boop.
On the line.
I'll patch her in. Odessa? Kelso has some news for you.
We got Eleanor. Is she okay?
So what did I get?
She's okay. I'm bringing her home.
Internal ballistics, drone, hull slot, extra bombs.
See you soon.
You know what? I know this sounds a bit awkward, but maybe I don't know. I'd have to figure it out and see what I would need to do to make an explosive bomb drone and mortar turret.
Priority
build.
objective available.
Well, with that, we have completed the Grand Washington Hotel. There's stuff going on outside, so I'm not going to go poke that bear right now. This is just basically testing out an Eclipse protocol build with perfect creeping death, and it could be very, very powerful, but again, right situation, right time. I am going to look into building up an explosive ordnance build, and I will get back to you with that. If you want to know about the actual details of this build, please leave a comment down below. Click that thumbs up button and consider subscribing, and I will see you next time. Bye.